Ken Corley, I'd like to congratulate Deputy O'Callaghan for tabling this bill. It's one of a number of measures that he's leading on behalf of Fianna Fáil to deal with some very worrying changes in our society and increases in crime, increases in intimidation, increases in violent crime. While the CSO doesn't report the detailed figures on knife crime for various reasons, it's pretty clear that things are moving in the wrong direction. We can look, as various deputies have, at the increased number of seizures, up from 1,200 to 2,000 in just 2 years, and that is an extraordinary increase. We know that in a lot of these trends we follow the UK, and we know that it's become a very serious issue in the UK, and everyone in this House knows from representing our constituents that there is an increased level of fear, there is an increased level of weapons being produced in violent incidences. Minister, I've been looking at this in detail for Wicklow over the last while, since I was at a Joint Police and Commission Committee meeting, and the figures are really worrying. Rape and sexual assault up by 1/3 in 1 year, burglaries up by 1/3 in 1 year, drug sale and supply up by 1/2 in 1 year, shoplifting up by 1/2 in 1 year. And when I talk to the guards and the retailers and citizens and community groups, they're saying two things. It keeps coming back again and again and again. Number one, the number of Gardaí has been depleted to an unsustainably low level, and the resources they have are unsustainably low. Now, that is in the power of the executive, of the government, to do something about, and it has to be looked at. And of course, we have a situation where we know a lot of guards are going to get pulled up to the border region. It's entirely likely that's going to happen. We have to look at accelerating the number of guards that we're deploying around the country, and in my case to Wicklow, because I'm not even going to put on the record the depletion in numbers, but it's not pretty, and it has led directly to huge increases in crime and violent crime all over Wicklow, and I'm sure all over the country as well. And the second issue is drugs. It's coming up again and again and again. The drugs have become hugely prevalent. The drug dealing is happening in open, in the middle of the day, in a way it never has in this country before. And what that says to everybody, what that says to everyone in a town, everyone in a village who sees this happening, these open acts of criminality, it says that the state is not here to protect you. It says the guards don't have the resources to protect you. And if that's allowed, if that can happen, well, God knows what else can happen. What it says is you're not safe, and none of us want that. So I'm not making any political points here. No one in this House wants that to happen. So I would just appeal to you that whatever your ambitions are to add more guards, and I know some of it was agreed through the confidence and supply, we have to go further. Because in some areas at least, we are losing the fight, and it is not a fight that we can ever lose. So again, I'd like to just compliment Deputy O'Callaghan. I hope the government is not just going to accept this, but will champion this and bring it forward. It does something very reasonable. It doesn't say that there's a mandatory sentence of 10 years. It says that the maximum sentence now can be up to 10 years. We need to send out a strong weapon, that it is not okay to walk around this country carrying deadly weapons with the intent to hurt, maim and stab people. Thank you.